didn't think it would be appropriate to begin to loosen policy until we had greater confidence that inflation was moving sustainably down to 2%. We've been waiting on that, and I would say we didn't gain any additional confidence in the first quarter, but the 3 readings in the second quarter, including the one from last week, do add somewhat to confidence. We've also said that we're a dual mandate bank. For a long time since inflation arrived, it's been appropriate to focus mainly on inflation, but now that inflation has come down and the labor market has indeed cooled off, we're going to be looking at both mandates. They're much better balance, and that means that if we were to see an unexpected weakening in the labor market, then that might also be a reason.
Hello there, everyone. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, because if you look at Bitcoin, wow, we are retesting $65,000. There's many reasons why that is. One of the reasons you've just heard, because Jerome Powell just came out and he said, listen, inflation has cooled and everything is looking quite good. So this is possibly paving the way for near-term interest rate cuts. And as I told you in the previous videos, all we need right now is at least one cut. And this is the probability of it officially right now is in September, the first rate cut. So this is when the bull begins. And also I've seen a lot of statistics, a lot of analyses that right now we don't really see the big cracks in the labor market. We don't see really huge unemployment spikes yet. There is some, but some say that it's not actually attributed to the actual weakening of employment. It's because of some other data. So not to bore you to death, this is bullish. And that's not it. That's not the only thing I have for you guys. This is one of the craziest videos I've ever made this year. And I think we've hit the bottom. Let me show you exactly why, and I told you this before, especially in the previous video. If you haven't seen it, well, you missed it. That was a huge opportunity, and which actually also propelled our Ethereum trade. Right now it's correcting a little bit, and there is a reason why that is happening, but it finally puts our trade back into some profit. And just a couple of, I don't know, hours ago, it was plus 200,000 on it. Now it's just plus 100,000. But I'm going to show you what is happening right now, what you need to pay attention to, because I think that the train is about to leave. And if you are not in, well, hop in. Watch this video till the end and you will know exactly what to expect. And guys, remember, I'm trading over on Bybit. And with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can claim up to 42% discount on trading fees, but only if you trade with more than $100,000. So you can use my link down in the description. If you're a whale, deposit $100,000 in your account and get a 42% discount on your trading fees. And also, Bybit offers other deposit bonuses like $30,000 initial deposit bonuses and other bonuses you can see on the screen. So now that the shield is out of the way, before we talk about the technicals and everything else, let me show you another piece from Powell that is going to, and then I'm going to show you something from Larry Fink, something from Trump, and some more stuff. So just stay tuned and let's just get into it. So in this video, Powell has spoken about the fact that, it's all looking quite good. So this is giving us a lot of bullish narrative. However, the inflation is still not at 2%. And you might be correct if you were to say, we're still far away from it. However, look at this. Check this out. Here's another piece that just spells huge bullish momentum.
Variable, as Milton Friedman famously said. And the implication of that is that if you wait until inflation gets all the way down to 2%, you've probably waited too long. Because the tightening that you're doing, or the level of tightness that you have, is still having effects which will probably drive inflation below 2%. So we've been very clear that you wouldn't wait for inflation to get all the way down to 2%. Our test has been for the past.
So you get the point that they're not going to be waiting for the inflation to come down to 2%. They were saying, we want to see, But now, at the end of the day, they're saying, actually, it looks fine. And they're right, because actually everything in the monetary system, it's lagging. That's what I told you before, that trueflation is showing that inflation is much lower just because they account for this lag. So therefore, is this it? And also Powell said that there is it's a very extremely unlikely scenario. I know that Fed has said many things before, but if you look at the numbers so far, it really seems like we're not going to have a recession. We're going to actually have a soft landing. So therefore, if the interest rates get cut and we have the elections and everything, and we don't have anything crazy happen in the market, this is it. The bottom was in. And if you didn't listen to me in the previous videos where I said, guys, probably the bottom is in because of the Trump situation, you missed out. Well, sorry. Next time maybe you will listen to Mr. Spot On. But anyway, not to be cheerful of your losses, let's move on to this. This is one of the biggest things, and I told you this in a previous video at the end, and if you didn't watch my video till the end, well, you missed out, as always. I told you that one of the biggest catalysts will be the launch of the spot Ethereum ETF. And right now, officially, well, almost like officially, it will be launching next Tuesday, the 23rd of July. And a lot of people, because of the TVL and everything, are going to tell me in the comments if I should do a separate Ethereum spot ETF launch video, because it's very important, especially for our trade here on ETH. And so it's actually very crucial. And here, what you need to understand that this will fuel an alt season, and also depending on how crazy the inflows will be into Ethereum, which they could be quite crazy, considering that right now, the relation of Bitcoin to ETH is starting to slowly creep up on Bitcoin, and it's also obvious by the price action as well. So this is something we're waiting for next week. So we have another crazy catalyst happening. So, and yes, I know that you're gonna say, then why is the price correcting right now? Why it's not at 70K yet? I'm gonna tell you in just a second. So also another one, which is huge, Donald Trump, which again, I think currently undeniably, like 70% chance. I think just like with Reagan back in the 80s when there was assassination attempt of Reagan, even California voted for Reagan, which he was a Republican and California's Democrat. So Trump will win. I mean, it's undeniable, and it is good for crypto. And he also selected a pro-Bitcoin vice president. So everybody is pro-crypto, and the new White House and the administration will be pro-crypto. Damn. And I mean, obviously, regardless of anything, ETFs keep accumulating 300 million a day. Look, every single day. Look at this. Accumulation has resumed. Oh, wow. Another one here. This is something I also want you to actually pay attention to and listen to what Larry Fink says. It's going to be a bit of a longer one, but I want you to hear this. Because this guy manages $10 trillion, and arguably you could say that he is the one pulling the strings in everything. So listen to what he has to say about Bitcoin.
As you know, I was a skeptic. Yes, I was a proud skeptic, and I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, by excess deficits, and some countries are.
I think you get the point. I'm just going to stop here. So Larry Fink just said that Bitcoin is the store of value. That actually the fact that it's capped in supply and everything that has happened and the power of Bitcoin, the computing power of 500 plus exahash of output is just undeniable right now. And what he's saying, the basement of currency, well, some countries, did you see that? Some countries, the United States is the forefront of it. Well, I mean, unless you compare it to Venezuela, but again, Venezuela doesn't have a world reserve currency. And the dollar, what he says here, the dollar will die. Because this is just the admission of it. Because if he would have been for the dollar, he would not be supporting Bitcoin. So everybody understands. So that's why maybe it's going to be fueling my theory that somehow through BlackRock, they're going to be trying to integrate, and even Trump has said that, and he's actually studying this topic right now, whether it is possible to use Bitcoin to actually support and bolster the current monetary system of the United States and slow down the death of the dollar. If that's going to happen, guys, if you hold even one Bitcoin, you're going to be exceptionally rich, just with one fucking Bitcoin. So, and Larry Fink, $11 trillion under management. Trillion, not billion. So this guy is serious. So, woof. I mean, so many things at once. And that's why we have this pump. We're going to go to the short in just a second. But why is it correcting then? Why did we go to 65 and suddenly actually get rejected from this resistance level, which used to be support right here? No, it was resistance and support. It's like a mirroring level. So 65K, and we got kind of rejected from it. So the reason is very simple. We have another small fear again. And that is, again, Germany is out of the way because Germany sold all of the Bitcoin. And again, the same bullshit. Mount Gox. 44,000 Bitcoin worth 2.8 billion, which is again even the same size that Germany sold, and we crashed a bit on this fear. But now all this is just priced in at this point, in my opinion. In Mt. Gox, they just moved it, and now the market is scared. Oh, what if they're going to be dumping because they have a bunch of more Bitcoin than Germany had? But again, remember, as I said so many times before, I don't see this as, it's short term, but I don't see this as a big threat because they do understand the implications. They're not as stupid as the German government. And most importantly, they don't have a job to dump the Bitcoin. They are doing repayments. Some people will sell it, some people will keep it. It's gonna be done in stages, in bits and pieces. Some people will miss it. Some people will even realize that they got a repayment a year later, whatever. People are stupid, they don't pay attention. So therefore, is this real fear? Yeah, I mean, it is a hypothetical fear, but it's about it. So am I worried about this? Not really, because it's not their job to dump it on the open market like the Germany did. So therefore, it's a different type of beast, and I've spoken about this so many times, so I'm not gonna bore you to death. So this brings me to the chart though, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the volume. I mean, ETFs are buying, everybody's buying. Look at the volume in the daily. Like, this is serious volume. This just proves that we are in for a treat here, because we actually gone past, that's what I told you. I really want to see a daily close above 60K and also the 200-day moving average, and we did. There you go. Beautiful. So this just opens the road to all these resistance levels. So this is 65, where actually we got rejected from. Next one, 67, 69, and 71, which is this slope right here, and then the current all-time high of 74. So same thing for Ethereum. Right now, quite frankly, this is what I wanted to see. You know, we really squeezed this level, and we finally pumped through it. So right now, our target here with this, I mean, you can arguably say 3,600, 4,000, whatever, but we are back in this vicinity, baby, back into it. All we need to see is a rate cut, which again, September, so a couple of weeks of July, then we have August. Do I see prices really, for whatever reason, just dumping lower to somebody, all these people, all these crazy mofos who are saying that, oh, we're still going 10K Bitcoin with all of this? Really, with all of this, and this guy who is managing trillions and has his octopus hands in everything in this world, he's gonna let Bitcoin dump to 10K? Oh, fuck off. If you just really think that, you need to just stop trading, because you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. So this V-shaped recovery, and we are literally back. Guys, if you're not in crypto, get ready, because your FOMO is going to be painful. And check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management. And also remember about the 42% discount on trading fees on Bybit if you trade with a bit more money, using my link down in the description of this video. As always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart. Stay very rich, because this shit, that's about to get parabolic. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.